Hello everyone, Manathrall here, and welcome back to a Suggestion Saturday video. Now this one's actually going to be a multi-parter, because there's a few ideas that I have, but they're all relatively small, and it would be like a 1-minute video if I were to do them just individually. Now of course, there's going to be my traditional rambling. I can never seem to help that. But what I would... Well, there's 3 ideas I would like to see. Well, I think 3 that I would like to see, and this is for RuneScape and RuneScape itself, for all the ideas that I'm about to mention. And one of the biggest ones is, there's a lot of focus around security within RuneScape, keeping your account secure, which is, don't get me wrong, extremely good, extremely important. And if anybody ever has any questions about how to, keep your account secure, things that you can do to help boost your account security, please let me know, and I will get back to you. I'll even go out and test methods and test things for you to help further secure your account. And hey, if I can find something that'll help even further my account security, I will gladly do that as well. But my one big issue with their Authenticator app, their app, but the Google Authenticator is what they use. It's not so much that it's a bad app, it's actually very good. The only problem I see with their way of going about doing the Authenticator is that they only have it for the login for the game itself. They don't have it for your account security, for the forums, the main page, or anything like that. Which I think is kind of a missed opportunity in their part. I just think they should try to maybe get it for the main page as well. So basically, whenever you'd go to sign in any aspect, whether it be the forums, your account, information itself, you would be asked to provide the key for, your Authenticator. Now, I know some people will be like, well, okay, well, what if you lose your phone? You would no longer have access to it. And then you can't get into your account because you lost it. Well, there's actually a simple fix to that. At the very beginning, when you first set up your Authenticator, or however Jagex would want to go about doing it, because if they were to have it that there's a downtime where people would have to reset their Authenticators, it would actually be very bad, because, well, people would then be... why did the key go there? But they would be required to have a downtime, which during that downtime would actually encourage, hackers to try to get people. So that's why I would think it'd be better to actually not have that kind of a downtime, but to just have it so, when you log in, the message entry says, okay, here's your code. This is your code if you ever need to disable it. And for people who aren't a fan of that kind of method, maybe a toggle off option or toggle on option if you so desire to have it on your web page as well as in game. Because now in game it's very good, it's very nice. I personally enjoy it. I use it for my bank pin, everything. I find it more secure that way. Now with the web page, the only problem is, people can get in to your web page. If they can get in, they can potentially get some information that they really shouldn't be getting. Potentially even, changing your email on you. I mean, I know there'd be a lot of steps for them to do that. It's just the point of the risk is there. And it would be nice to be able to try to get rid of that as much as possible. So you would get what is a quote-unquote kill code when you were to do this. And that kill code, essentially what it does is if there ever is a loss of phone, damage, whatever, for whatever reason you can't access your Authenticator, there would be that quick kill code. And that quick kill code, all you'd have to do is if you go to log in, you say, I lost my code, or you lost your authenticator, whatever, how they really want to word it. It would take you to another page where you can put in for your quick kill code, and it'll temporarily disable your authenticator, allowing you to get in and disable it, change anything you need to change, and then you'd be given, you would no longer have your authenticator active or temporarily disabled until you're able to reinitialize your authenticator. God forbid any of this actually were to happen, but that would be the case. And let's say you lose your phone, you lose your kill code, all that kind of information, then what's next? Well, that's when the account recovery would come into play. Because you would have every other option taken care of, there's not much left, it's just the point of saying, okay, now there's not much I can do. I really have no access to my account, but you still have your, I would hope, account recovery questions off to the side for you to be able to use it that way. And then that would be the final stage, the account recovery. I think for one personally, this would be a great idea, and it would really boost the player's account security. I think it would be a good idea. So that's actually the main part of this. I might only do 2 of the ideas, if I can even remember. But I think we'll just stick with just this one, because this actually, I ended up rambling longer than I thought. So I'll have the other suggestions for another time. But, well, we'll do one more. It's going to be short, it's going to be quick and easy. And that is, I do like the events that Jagex does. Do not get this wrong. The events in RuneScape, they're very fun. But the problem is, they're getting to be too many of them. And they're eating up developer time. And they're almost at the point when there's maybe only a month or 2 in between events for each one. And that's assuming there's not an event, let's say, well, there's usually always a holiday event, where there's going to be more and more holidays they actually recognize. But then there's also the events like the microtransaction ones. So we're getting the microtransaction ones, we're getting the regular... Oh, I thought that was my guy. We're getting so many different types of events, it is getting to be just absolutely insane. And the problem with that is, it forces players to feel like they have to participate in these events, or otherwise they're missing out on XP. At least, that's how I feel. And I don't like that. I want to be able to play RuneScape. I don't mind the daily tasks because they're actually very good at XP, they're very rewarding, there's a lot with them. So they're actually, to me, quite nice. But the constant events like, let's say, Birth by Fire, that one wasn't quite as bad, but when you're talking about stuff like, let's say, the beach event, very time consuming for very little XP gain. It was more or less about getting some cosmetics, and you weren't even guaranteed the cosmetics because you had to actually take part in that event for a very long period of time in order to get those cosmetics. And that's where I have an issue with that. There shouldn't be that much of a mandatory for playtime just for cosmetics, just for holidays. The holidays are meant to be about for fun, not overwhelming content that it's greater than the length of a quest or two. See, that to me shouldn't be. How Jagex used to handle events and holidays, that was spot on, you know? It was quick, it might have been have a quest in it. It was good, it was overall just for fun. And you got to feel like it was just for fun. But nowadays, it's very heavy-handed and very time requiring of the players, and it's very pushy. It's very insisted upon, and it's in some cases slowing a lot of player progression down for some people, and that's not good. It's not what people want. It's not what players want. So honestly, they just need to tone it back at a couple notches with that. If they want to have world events, that's fantastic. Just don't make them all the time. Like now, they have the spring fair, they have the summer beach event, they have the Wintumber type stuff, and there's multiple holidays in there too. Like there's a whole month of Valentine's stuff. It's just like, don't do a whole month. That's too much. That's overkill. Don't do a whole month for a holiday. Let people enjoy the holiday for maybe a week, and then just let it go. Let people enjoy the holiday. Don't make them feel like they have to be forced to be on during their whole entire holiday for the whole entire month. Because it's essentially what it's kind of doing. But yeah, so just that suggestion is just for them just to tone it back a bit and let people just play the game and be happy. That's all. So that'll do it for today's suggestions. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, later guys.